G'day, welcome to this series investigating Jesus Christ. Together we will explore the life of the most amazing person who ever lived, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Today we are going to look at Jesus' last teaching before he goes to the cross to die. But now I am going back to the Father who sent me, and none of you ask me where I am going. You are very sad from hearing all this, but I tell you that I am going to do what is best for you. That is why I am going away. The Holy Spirit cannot come to help you until I leave, but after I am gone, I will send the Spirit to you. In these last few chapters of the Gospel of John, before Jesus is crucified, Jesus is saying goodbye to his disciples and giving them some final teaching before he departs. Several times the Gospel writer records that Jesus has told them he is going away. Let's look together now at what Jesus teaches his disciples. The first thing is Jesus teaches them that his disciples must bear fruit for the kingdom. Reading from John chapter 15 and verse 1 to 2. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. As usual, Jesus uses Old Testament language, for in the Old Testament the nation of Israel is often seen as a vine. However, as a vine, Israel had not produced fruit that God had expected, as explained in Isaiah chapter 5 verses 1 and 2. I will sing for the one I love a song about his vineyard. My loved one had a vineyard on a fertile hillside. He dug it up and cleared it of stones and planted it with the choicest vines. He built a watchtower in it and cut out a winepress as well. Then he looked for a crop of good grapes, but it yielded only bad fruit. With Jesus describing himself as the true vine, the implication is clear that the nation of Israel was but an imperfect precursor to his perfect self. With Jesus as the vine, all believers are the branches, and all believers draw spiritual nourishment from him. As part of this nourishment, sometimes pruning is required. Cleansing is also required in order that fruit be borne from the Christian disciple. This cleansing is through regular confession of sin and partaking of Holy Communion, as explained in the foot washing scene of John chapter 13. To prove to others they are his followers and his disciples, Jesus tells them they are to continue loving him and also to sacrificially love others joyfully. By doing these things, which is now their mission statement, these disciples will bear much good fruit for God's greater glory. And the same is true of us today, if we are truly Christian disciples. That's it. Come back every day to Partakers Podcasts to learn more about how you can live as a disciple of Jesus Christ in the 21st century. See you later.